I was told that she was able to get out of her months and months of overstay. Yes. Now, this happened in the city of Abu Dhabi. Hello guys, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pascal Agu. Today we're going to be talking about amnesty, the visas that you get to the United Arab Emirates or Dubai, that is the Dubai visa, and what is involved. If you are coming to Dubai, which visa are you coming with and how long is the visa? If I can, I might chip in the cost and everything you need to know about the visa you're using to come to Dubai. What type of visa are you coming to Dubai with, and what type of visa are you expected to get when you get to Dubai? So guys, sit back and get to know what you need before you come to Dubai, before you pay that person that money, before you send that money to that agent, to that agency. You get to know what to expect. If you have not subscribed to this channel, my dear, you are still slugging. Subscribe to this channel, go down to the subscribe button, click on it so we can get you more news about Dubai before you come here. And guys, I need to tell you, once you like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoy what you're seeing, so that YouTube can suggest this video to so many other guys, so many other people who are looking for information as regards the information we are passing. That said, let's go there. So guys, aside from the visas, we are still going to talk about amnesty. What do you understand by amnesty? Let's call it a program that can be issued to someone who is at fault in anything. You have gone wrong in a particular thing, and so you are offered amnesty, meaning you are being forgiven, meaning whatever you've done, they are wiping it away, it is being wiped away, and you are forgiven totally. If you have committed anything, it's forgotten and it's forgiven. You understand? That is amnesty. Now, in the case of offering amnesty to someone who is on a visa overstay, they spent more time ranging from months, even years. Now these people are eligible for amnesty should the country in which they are in decides to forgive and forget the fines they are owing for their overstay. Now, that is the meaning of amnesty. The last amnesty that was conducted in the UAE, in Dubai here, the last amnesty that was conducted was last year, that is 2020. There were about 2 sets, but the last I could remember is towards the end of the year. As regards UAE or Dubai, as you may popularly call it, amnesty comes always towards the end of the year. Sometimes it comes during the beginning of the year, but most times it comes towards the end of the year. A period whereby those people without visa get to be forgiven by the UAE government, and then they go back to their various countries. In some cases, the UAE forgives them and sends them away and tell them not to come back. But in some cases of recent cases, we've actually seen that the UAE got to be very lenient. They get to forgive them. They go back. They can go out of the country, and then after 6 months, they can come back. The UAE even went as far as forgiving those who are inside here, saying that if you have the money to get to renew your tourist visa, they can forgive all the overstays. That was what they actually did as of last year. On one occasion, as regards the issue of COVID-19. So they can actually do that. They can actually get to pardon all the money, all the overstay fines, all the money you have accumulated in the years that you have stayed without, or the days that you have stayed without visa. So that is the way the United Arab Emirates, or Dubai as you popularly know, get to offer their amnesty. Like I said, the last amnesty was offered last year, that is 2020. We are still expecting that of this year, keeping the fingers crossed, you know, trying to be positive about every other thing. Now guys, I want to tell you guys about another part. I would say it is not overstay this time. It is known as abscond. Abscond. Sometimes I hear some people pronounce it and you get to laugh and they say abscond or something. No guys, it is abscond. Abscond. That is ABSCOND. I am not against anybody guys. I'm just saying we can learn through this. We learn every day. Abscond is a situation whereby there are two different kinds of abscond here, I can say. Actually, there is one, but you find out that there is two of recent. I will explain, guys. The word abscond means that you have left, you ran away, you absconded, you ran away from your visa or from your contract which you have reached with your employer, that you ran away. Now, the reason I said that it is two is this. People actually get to run away. Yes, we know that. They get to run away with the visa. They get or rather, they get to run away and breach the contract they had with their employer, or they signed with their employer. People get to run away with the visas, and then after some days or after some weeks or months, when the employer cannot find them, they get to report to the authority, declaring such people or such employees as absconded, like they get to put them on abscond. Now, the second part, which makes me say that there are two parts, is this. An employee can actually make an employer angry, and he just go behind the employee and declare them absconded without the employee knowing, without the employee having anything to do with running away or anything. That is why I said there are two of them. So an employee might be working without knowing that he or she has been put on abscond by the employer, by your boss, by your arbab. So those are the two types of abscond. That is why I'm saying that, guys. So abscond means that you ran away and then you have been reported to the authorities, or rather the immigrations, and you have been declared wanted. When you are on abscond, it is even worse than overstay, because first of all, abscond, your visa has been blocked, the days are counting for you. It means you are illegally staying in the country, so the money, the fines start counting for you. You are being looked for everywhere. If you should show face or anything, you can be taken, or rather you can be arrested. That's the condition for abscond, guys. Now, for abscond, is it possible to get out of these two things, amnesty and abscond? Is it possible to get out of these two? In the United Arab Emirates, guys, yes, it is possible to get out of the two, although there are different ways in which you can do that. Now, recently, guys, I will tell you a short story of someone whom actually I was told that she was able to get out of her months and months of overstay. Yes. Now, this happened in the city of Abu Dhabi, or rather in the Emirates of Abu Dhabi. It was a lady. What I'm just saying just happened just like it should be about 2 weeks back. You understand? So I had to call to speak to the lady and all that. So, guys, what happened? How was she able to get over her overstay fines? Guys, stay back and listen. Now, this lady knew she was on overstay, but she was still looking for a job. Now, she was looking for a job, and she had to look for months upon months upon months. Her money was piling up. The overstay fines was accumulating and getting bigger by the day. It got bigger to an extent. Finally, she got a job. Yes, guys, she got a job while she was on overstay. Yes, her visa has expired and she was still looking for a job, and she got a job and she was on overstay. She got a job. She told them she has an overstay. She has a fine to pay, a huge one at that. I will tell you guys. So after telling them, because she was skilled and she was able to prove to them that she knows what she can do the job. That is the job of manicure and pedicure. Yeah, for the ladies who take care of the fingernails and the toenails. Fixing of you know how you do it, fixing of the nails. So she was good at that. And then the boss, the owner of the company, went ahead, picked up her expired visa, get to apply for an employment visa for her. The initial employment visa, which comes out before you go for the medicals, before you go for your medicals, for your x-ray, guys. So they applied for her and it came out. First of all, yes, she was offered and given an offer letter from the company. So you need that, guys. She was given an offer letter. Then with the offer letter, she went, they applied for an employment visa for her, which came out. And then with the employment visa and the offer letter, listen to me, guys, the employment visa and the offer letter, she was able to use both with the support of the boss of the owner, or the owner of the company she has signed the contract with. They sent her to the court. She went to the court at Abu Dhabi. She was able to present these two things: her own personal, of course, you're going to be going with your international passport, the offer letter from the company, and the employment visa, the new employment visa, guys. She went with all these, with all her documents, to the court, and they were able to. She was able to get a court injunction on the money, guys. When they checked the money was up to, the money she was owing, the fine she was owing because of her overstay was up to 40,000 dirham. 40,000, 40. Now what happened? Because of the court, the fact that she has gotten a job and she's willing to stay and she's got a visa, they went to the courts. I believe that they saw her as someone with good faith, and they were able to give a court injunction that the money should be reduced or pardoned her. Now what happened? With the court injunction, she went with all these other papers plus the court injunction. Guys, what am I saying? Your personal documents, starting from your international passport, the copy of your visa, the offer letter you got from the company, and the employment visa, added with the court injunction. Take them all. She went with it to the immigrations. Guys, one thing I want you guys to figure here is this: once you've gotten a visa, she was confident to get to the immigrations or to the court. It is because she has gotten an employment visa. Please and please, I am not telling you to go to the court or go to the immigrations before getting a visa, before getting an employment later or an offer letter from a company. You need to get a job, convince them you can work with them, then you get an offer letter signed from them, a credible company. Make sure it is a good company. They make a visa for you. They apply for an employment visa. I did not say tourist, an employment visa. With that, with the employment visa coming out, you can head to the court. The court will give you an injunction slashing or reducing all your fines. With this court injunction, you move over to the immigrations. Yes, it is possible. So that was what happened to this lady, and she was able to succeed. Finally, she took all the papers from her employer and from the courts. She took them all to the immigrations, and everything was legalized. This money was slashed, and she paid money that is less than 2,000 dirham. That was all she paid out of the whole 40,000 dirham. She ended up paying money less than 2,000 dirham. Now it depends. I think it depends on how long your overstay has been. It determines how much you're going to pay, how much fine you're going to pay when it is slashed or when you come with a court injunction. Now, guys, disclaimer here. Yes, this disclaimer is coming in the middle of the video, but I need to tell you this. I don't think there is anything in the law of the country that we are in that says that all overstay people or all people on overstay, their fines must be reduced. I don't think there's a law like that. But I think there's a condition in which, if you're found, the law could pardon your overstay or your fines. That is my own opinion. That is what I've been able to figure out or find out. Now, it depends. It varies. So, guys, I'm saying this so that you need to be careful. That was how the lady was able to succeed. And then all the money was slashed and removed. She paid less than 2,000 dirham. And then her visa came out. Her permanent residence came out. Now she's working happily. And everything has been done and she's relaxed. So, guys, that is one way you can get to legalize your stay even when you are on an overstay. That is one way, guys. Why? How? Find a job. Get the job. Sign an offer letter. Take the offer letter, and then they apply for you the employment visa. When it comes out, you take the both of them, plus your documents, straight to the court. Get a court injunction helping you to saying that you've gotten a job, and then that they should reduce or slash your fines. Take them with the court injunction and every other thing to the immigrations, and then everything will be legalized. So that is how it can be done. That is an overstay person legalizing themselves by way of securing a job. Now for the people on abscond. For the people on abscond, there is a way to get out of abscond. Yes, there is. And it is almost the same way for you to try and get a job, and then you get to pay a fine to remove the abscond. Yes, you get to pay a fine to remove the abscond on your records, on your visa. Another way is to go back and definitely get to beg your employer to go and remove it themselves. If you are actually in good terms with them, or if you get to return back in good terms with them, I believe they can be the one. Since they are the ones who actually put it in the first place, they can still be the one to remove it. So guys, those are the two ways you can actually get to legalize yourself, even when you are on overstay or your visa is put on abscond.